Hi, I'm Rachel and welcome back to my channel, Bales 1986 SW. Today is Thursday, so that is a weigh-in update. So before I talk about what's happened on the scales, let's tell you about how my week has been. So I've had a pretty good week. Thursday I was not in a good place, just not happy. I didn't overindulge or anything like that. I was on plan. Friday I was on plan as well. My husband came back from working away for 3 weeks and it's been lovely having him back. But he came back on Friday and on Saturday he said, I really fancy an Indian takeaway on Saturday night, just me and you, just a little bit of romance, you know, after the football, because Max and Chris went to the football match at Doncaster Rovers, and I said, right, okay, and I was like, well, I'll make something Slimming World. He's like, okay, and I was like, you know what, I really fancy an Indian. Like, I've not had like a takeout for absolute months, like months. I can't remember the last like takeout I've had. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to enjoy a nice meal with the hubby at home, the kids in bed. I'm going to enjoy it, like really enjoy it. So we had an Indian. I had Chris had chicken korma, and I just like the sauce, the korma sauce. So I had the korma sauce and some pilau rice, and I had half a naan bread and a few chips. So that's what I had on Saturday night. Through Saturday I was on plan, but having that meal, and on the Sunday I felt so sluggish, like really sluggish. And I really wasn't like wanting any food. So the only food I really ate on Sunday was I did a roast dinner. Oh, it was really nice. You know, just a yummy comfort food with a bit of meat and lots of yummy veg, a cinder bit of gravy, and it was just gorgeous, really, really comforting. And then did I have a treat bowl? I might have had a snack on an evening. I don't think I had a treat bowl because I was that full. I don't think I did. I think yeah, because I did my Sunday snuggles, and then I went for a bath, and then I think I had my last coffee and I had a biscuit with it or something on sorts. So that was my weekend. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I've been on plan meals. What have I had? I've had Cajun chicken pasta. I've had I can't remember. Tuesday I had a really, really nice yummy treat bowl, which was an eaten mess. That was 6.5 sins. Wednesday, yeah, last night I had the sweet and sour, no added sugar, Uncle Ben's sauce, which was 3 sins. I had that with some boiled rice and spinach, and that's been my week kind of thing. So I've had a pretty good week, apart from Saturday where it was off sins, like off sins kind of thing. But what I've realised is that this is a lifestyle and it's not something I do all the time. And pat on the back to me that I've completely changed my eating habits, because an Indian or any kind of takeout food would be part of my normal day-to-day lifestyle. Like, I'd be ringing up like a takeout and having it all the time. So, and I've really, really enjoyed it. Like, really, I devoured it, but I physically enjoyed it kind of thing, because I'd been waiting for it, because I knew that on Saturday we were going to have it. So all Saturday I was on plan. I was really, really looking forward to it, and it was just a really nice yummy treat, and it's something I don't do. So on my last video I did mention that I'd had a few remarks, things like that, and it knocked me back. And the last time I spoke about my goals and things like that, regarding my target, things like that, I was going to go for my 5 stone. I was going to go and get this and forget what anyone else says and things like that. And I can understand now why some people don't upload or record their weigh-in day on the actual day, that they may take a day or so to upload and get their thoughts intact, because I think the last video was done in a really, that was a real kind of moment kind of thing. And me looking back now and having a few days to think about what I want and how I feel about my weight loss journey, I'm going to give myself some leeway. I started my weight loss journey to lose 4 stone. That was my biggest goal, like to lose 4 stone. It was never to get like a certain weight. It wasn't to do that. It was to do with a feeling of looking in my wardrobe and liking every piece of clothes I've got, and not having a half an hour in the morning thinking, how am I going to cover up? How am I going to feel right, kind of thing. Whereas I don't do that anymore. I go in my wardrobe and I pick what I want because I have that choice now. That's just my personal opinion. That's how I felt. And I get up in the morning and I look in that mirror there and I go, you look all right. Whereas before, I didn't really want to see myself in the morning or even look at myself in any mirror. So my happy place is now. Like, it's now. And yes, it would make me super duper happy to see a new number on those scales and to get my 5 stone award. It wouldn't be the world. But if I get it, I get it. I'm just gonna take the pressure off me. I'm a Target member. I'm a Target member, and I'm going to enjoy my journey of whatever happens on those scales, because it shouldn't define me, and it isn't defining me. So from now on, if I get 5 stone off and get my 5 stone award and I come out of my target bracket, then cool. If one week I gain 4 pounds, then I gain 4 pounds, kind of thing, and I'll cope with it. For me, if I gain 4 pounds, I'd be absolutely devastated, kind of thing. But I'm gonna just relax, like, just take the pressure off me and enjoy it. I know the plan. But when I say I know the plan, I can't become complacent with the plan, because then I know that I'll guesstimate sins, or I guesstimate the plan, and I can't do that, and I won't allow myself to do that. But I've just got to step back from goals and just know that I'm in a really good, happy place. I like what I see in the mirror. I think I look all right, and I feel like Rachel, and that was what I wanted out of all this, to feel like myself again, to feel like Rachel again, and that's that feeling I've got. So it shouldn't matter what those scales says, and I'm not going to let it define me anymore. So what I'm basically saying in a nutshell is, whatever those numbers say, it'll never take away how I'm feeling now, because I know that I may fluctuate between weights, and that's cool. That's cool, kind of thing. That's it. So I've rambled on and I haven't told you what I did on those scales. So I also, as well, I changed my groups as well. That's another big thing I've done. Is I go on a Thursday to a 9 o'clock session, and my consultant and that group is lovely. But I felt like, I'm being brutally honest now, I did feel like that there was, how can I say this without being really like judgmental, is I don't go to group and see it as a coffee morning, and I don't go to group to socialise with my friends or anything like that. I go to group to use the weigh scales and learn tips and tricks how to make this plan fantastic. And I love listening to people's stories. I love listening to inspirational stories, which then give me the kick up the bum I need. I love sharing recipes, because there's some recipes which I wouldn't have even thought about, and that's why I go to group. And the group I was going to, as much as the people are absolutely fantastic and the group's lovely, it was lacking in what I needed from that group. So I decided that I would go to the 11 o'clock group. It's a lot smaller group, and I went today for the first time, and it was incredible. It was just what I needed. I needed just to hear different recipes, different inspirational stories. I needed that, and it's given me the proper, like, I don't know, it's just like really truly motivating me because it's a smaller group and it weren't so noisy. It was just incredible group. So I do think that I will be going to an 11 o'clock group from now on, even though I was absolutely starving because nothing passes my lips until I've gone on those scales. I really enjoyed the group, so I think 11 o'clock session is the way forward for me. So I got on the scales and I gained a pound. I am 12 stone 2.5 pounds. I gained a pound and I have lost 4 stone and 10 pounds, so I'm at my bottom end of my target. So you'll have £3 under your target and I'm sitting bang under my target. And I'm cool with it. I am £4 away from my 5 stone award, and well, what will be will be. I am very happy. I am loving the plan. I'm loving the Slimming World community on here. I'm just going to believe in the plan like I've always done, and what will be on Thursday, that's it. You know what I mean? That's because I know where that gains come from, because I never have that kind of naughty food, and I didn't go, oh, I've had a food, I've got to rein everything back. I just didn't. I just thought, I've had a really nice meal, a memory with my husband, which I've not had for 3 weeks. And what will be on that black box on Thursday but that pound I'm not going to be upset about. It reminds me that I've had a nice romantic meal with my husband, and this is a lifestyle, because next week it may be off. It will be off. Let's be positive. It will be off. But I'm not going to like really challenge myself and change everything up, like do no carbs or low sins. I'm not. The plan says 1A, 1B. If you're a target member, you can be a bit more flexible, and it says 5 to 15 sins, and it says food optimised the best you can with speed food and free food, and that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, whatever you've done today, I hope you've got what you wanted. I hope you've had a brilliant Thursday. So as always, food optimise when you can. Send in positive thoughts. Rachel.